Today we're taking a look at 5 interesting Jellyfin plugins that add some really useful and unique features to your server. I'll quickly show you what each one does, install it, configure it, and then we'll see it in action. And if you want to see more Jellyfin plugin videos, click the link above or check the link in the description below. Let's get started. First up is Hover Trailer. If you've used other streaming services, you might be familiar with trailers automatically playing when you browse over a movie. Hover Trailer brings a similar feature to Jellyfin. Let's install it. We'll start by going to the Jellyfin dashboard first, so click the 3 dots above and go down to Dashboard. Scroll down to Plugins, and then from Plugins, just click Manage Repositories. Hover Trailer isn't included in Jellyfin's default plugin catalog, so we'll need to add its repository. To do this, just click New Repository. For the repository name, just call this Hover Trailer. And for the repository URL, just paste the URL that's in the description below or that you see on screen here. Once you're ready, click Add. Now, to view this, just click back to view all your plugins and click Available. You most likely won't have it visible straight away, and that is because you would need to refresh your page. So just click refresh, and once it loads up again, you will see Hover Trailer. Now let's install Hover Trailer. So click that, and then just click install. You'll have a warning appear because it is a third-party plugin. Just click install again. As you can see, you'll see on the top that the plugin has been successfully installed. What we'll need to do is restart Jellyfin for it to take effect. So scroll to the top, click your dashboard, and then just click restart. Then restart again. Every time you install a new plugin, you will need to restart Jellyfin. For the next plugins, I'm just going to let you know to restart it, but I'm not going to show you the process as it is just going to your dashboard and clicking restart. Once you're ready, you can refresh the page and go back to your plugin section. Once you're back in the plugins, just click Hover Trailer and click Settings. Here we can configure things such as the delay before playback and other playback options. I'll leave most of these as their defaults for now. What I will change though is just the hover delay. I'm just going to make this happen much quicker instead of every 1000 milliseconds. Just put out 500. I am going to disable the loop trailer because I just want to watch it once. And you can change so many settings here to better suit your needs. Once you're ready, scroll down to the bottom and click Save. Once that's all done, just scroll back to your top and go back to Jellyfin. So once you're here, go to your movies, and now let's just hover over something. And as you can see, the trailer will just automatically appear. And if you hover out of it, it will disappear. Now we can go to something else. So let's go to Night of the Living Dead. If you wait a few seconds, it'll start loading the trailer. Now, instead of opening every movie to find out what it's about, you can quickly get a preview while browsing. Just keep in mind that Hover Trailer is designed around the Jellyfin web interface, so this isn't something you'll necessarily see in a native Jellyfin TV application. Next up is Local Intros. This plugin allows us to add our own intro videos that play before our movies or TV episodes. Now let's install it. Firstly, go back to your plugin section and search for local intros. So just make sure you're not clicked on installed, click what's available, and just search local. Select local intros and select install. Now once that's done, you will need to restart Jellyfin. As mentioned previously, just go back to your dashboard, click restart, and then come back to the plugins page to continue further. Now that we're back on our plugin section, all we need to do is go back to local intros. So just click that plugin and click settings. Now this plugin needs to know where our intro videos are stored. So if you followed along, open your Jellyfin directory, open your media folder, you'll see our movies, music and TV show. I'm just going to create a new folder called intros. And in our intros folder, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste in the intro of this channel as the starting video for my movies and TV shows. Now once you've done that, just close the file directory, you won't need that anymore. Now in the local source, we would need to link it to our media folder and the folder we just created. So for us, we're just going to do /media. This is a lowercase. To give you a better idea of where it is, if you open where you created Jellyfin, so if you followed along with this series, we just call this media with a lowercase. You can find this by viewing your container and going to bind mounts. Our Jellyfin media, it says capital M here, that doesn't matter, but the destination in the container is a lowercase m. And then the folder we just created for intros has a capital I. So we'll do /media/intros. Now once you do that, just click load videos. Once you do, you'll see all your videos appear down below. Now you can select as many as you want, and then once you're ready, just click add. You can add as many intros as you want. You can even add a whole library of all your trailers here as well. And as you can see below, we have the intro video loaded here. So I'm just going to scroll to the top and just click only show intros for movies, as I don't want it appearing for TV shows. Scroll back down to the bottom and click save. Once you're done, just return back to Jellyfin, and let's just test this out on 3 Ninjas. So let's just click play. And as you can see, your intro starts, and then it loads the movie straight away. And there we go, our custom intros plays before the movie. Once the intro finishes, the movie continues as normal. This could be useful if you want to add your own branding, create a cinema style experience, or simply just have a bit of fun with your Jellyfin server. The third plugin is Star Track. This one adds a rating system to Jellyfin, allowing you to rate movies and TV shows. And depending on how you configure it, synchronize those ratings with supported external services. Now let's install it. Because Star Track is a third-party plugin, we'll first need to add its repository. So go to your dashboard, plugins, manage repository. Let's add a new repository, and let's call this Star Track. And just paste the repository URL below. You'll see it on screen or in the description. Once you're ready, just click add. Go back to your plugins, refresh the page, click available, and let's search for Star Trek. Select that, click install, confirm installing a third-party plugin. And once the plugin has been successfully installed, restart Jellyfin and return back to the plugin page. Now once that's restarted and you're back in your plugins page, just scroll down or search for Star Trek. You'll see it installed. Click your settings. So in the settings, you can change so many things from your language to how the buttons appear and your rating display. Now if you scroll down below, you can link it up to Tracked or SIMKL. I'm not going to change any settings here for now. I'm just going to leave it as is. Now let's see how this plugin works with a movie. So let's just open a movie. Let's open 3 Ninjas and just click play. So let's say you're playing a movie. After you've watched it, or even during the movie, if you exit out of it, go back to your home page, you'll see a rating system appear on your bottom right. So let's just rate this 4 stars and save rating. And that's it. That's how you rate a movie. After a while, you'll have rated multiple movies. You can click your recent on the bottom right hand side and you'll see what you've rated. So I've just rated 3 Ninjas Kickback, 4 stars. You can view all, and you can see your top 4 films here, as well as all your other movies. In this screen, there is a lot of options you can go through. You can view all your movies, TV shows, episodes, anime, and see your top movies. Now, this way, if you like keeping track of what you've watched and how you rated it, this adds another useful layer to Jellyfin. Now, to exit out of this, all you need to do is just click the close button and you're back to Jellyfin. Next is Quality Gate. This one is a little more advanced. If you have multiple versions of your media, such as a 4K and 1080p video, Quality Gate allows you to control which version different users can access. So let's install this. Again, this is another third-party app. So go to Manage Repository, click New Repository, and let's just type Quality Gate and paste the URL that you'll see in the description below and on the screen, and then click Add. Go back to your plugins, refresh, and let's search for Quality Gates. Once you see that, just click it and click install. Click install again. Once it's successfully installed, restart Jellyfin and then head back to the plugin page. Now that Quality Gate's installed, let's just bring that back up. So let's just search for Quality Gate. Now once you're in Quality Gate, you may get this error that I see above. This may not affect anything. So let's just move on from that and just click Settings. Now here we need to add a policy. So I'm just going to create a policy and let's just call this limit users. I'm just going to call this limit users policy. And now we can adjust what's allowed and what's blocked. So for example, if you look at your folder structure, for me, I use a dash and then I put the quality of the video on my videos. So for example, 1080p and a 576p video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to write here 576p. So anything with 576p, it will allow. Anything that's not 576p, it won't allow it. So you can either allow or just block. So for certain users, if you don't want them to access 4K files, you can just block 4K and just leave the allowed file names empty. And you can also do custom intros for this, but if you were to do this, I'd recommend disabling normal local intros. In this section here, if there is no match found, you can block the playback so the user can't play anything, or you can transcode anything down automatically. Now, if you scroll down, the default policy is no default. Everyone has full access, but you can add a default if you'd like. For this one, I'm going to put limit users policy, the one I just created, as the default, so it'll happen to everyone. And down here, you can see all your users. I only have an admin, which is myself, but you can create different policies for different users. Once you're ready, just click Save. Now, if you've watched the beginning of this video, you would have seen all the movies that do appear on Jellyfin. But now, if I go back to Jellyfin, now if I open the movies folder, I only see the Three Ninjas Kickback, because all the other video files do not have 576p in the title. Now this can be useful if you have multiple users with different devices or internet connections, or if you simply don't want every user streaming your highest quality files. And finally, we have in-player episode preview. This one is aimed at people who watch a lot of TV. Normally, if you're watching an episode and want to jump to another episode, you need to leave the player and navigate back through your library. This plugin adds an episode browser directly into the playback interface. Let's install it. Once again, head to your dashboard, plugins. This is a third party, so we will need to click Manage Repositories again, and then click New Repository. We're just going to call this one in player episode preview, and paste the URL that you see in the description below or that you see on screen now, and then click Add. Once you've done that, head back to your plugins page and refresh the page. Now click Available and let's search for the in-player episode preview. So you can just search for player, and here you go. Select that and then select Install, and install again. Once that has successfully been installed, just restart Jellyfin again and then head back to your plugins page. Now once you're back in your plugins section, just search for in-player episode preview, select that, then view your settings. In here you can disable certain items and enable certain items as well. So you can blur the description if you don't want to see them, as well as disabling it for your home videos, movies, and certain other items. Once you've done that, you will need to refresh the page for it to take effect. Now let's start playing an episode to see how it works. So go back to your dashboard, let's open our shows, and I'm just going to put Gilmore Girls on. Now let's just click play on Gilmore Girls. I'm just going to pause it here, and then you'll see another button next to your love heart called Episode Preview. If you select that, you can see all your episodes for that season, and you can even view the description. You can play it, or you can favorite it. And that's it. It's a small quality of life improvement, but if you watch a lot of TV shows, it makes moving between episodes much easier. And those are 5 interesting Jellyfin plugins you can try on your own server: Hover Trailer, Local Intros, Star Trek, Quality Gate, and in-player episode preview. If you know of any other interesting Jellyfin plugins that I haven't covered, let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for new plugins to test, and your suggestion might end up in a future video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Systems from Scratch for more beginner-friendly Docker and self-hosting tutorials. And if you want to see more Jellyfin plugin videos, click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.